Okay, take two. I was asked to do a video about this repair to try and help someone. I'm just trying to help, so please, no hate mail. I've got enough of those. This is a 2005 Dodge half-a-ton pickup truck. It's here somewhere, yeah. And the issue I have with the tank, there was more than one issue. First thing, I had to replace the fuel pump. Not a big deal, unless it's like mine. Found out that all the tabs that were holding the retaining ring, the original, they were gone. They were rusted out. It's embedded into the plastic. They're gone. I can't use it. So to hold the new fuel pump in place, what I resorted of doing is I made this metal disc, like a big washer. I cut it with a plasma, but you can do it with jigsaw or whatever you. I put 8 holes in the disc, and I zip screwed it to the tank. Now, I did a lot of experiments with different types of zip screws on an old tank that I had. Found out that the metal roofing screws were the best, hold the best on this kind of plastic. So that's what I used. It's not, I think it's number 8. I don't know. With a 1/4-inch head. There's another way that I did before, not for this, but on a filler neck, is to make a second ring, cut it in half, and weld stud to it in the exact same locations, and put it inside, from inside, so the stud's sticking out and you can use nuts. And it would be better, but it's a lot of work. This is fine. It holds the pump in place and it's not leaking. The way I test for leaks is I pressurize the tank. I plug the filler neck, I plug, whatever, and I use an old barbecue pressure, gas pressure regulator. Pump the tank, because this regulator holds half a psi of pressure, so it won't burst the tank or anything. And then I use soapy water all around. Actually, this device was leaking too, so I epoxied that one. But no leaks. The problem that I had is when I took it out, like most people, I broke this nipple, this quick connect nipple, and it broke flush with this plastic. And just epoxying it together wouldn't work. It just have too much sideways pressure on it and it broke. So what I ended up doing is I drilled the broken nipple and the tower, this plastic tower, 3/16 of an inch, and I put a piece of aluminum tube inside, and I glued it with not thread locks, but the same company makes something called a sleeve retainer. It doesn't matter. Anything would hold it in place, and then epoxy around it to seal it from leaking where it was cracked. This works fine. It's strong and it's not leaking. But when I did that, I think when I drilled the hole, either I went too far with the drill bit or some shaving fell inside this device, which at that time I didn't know what it was, but now I believe it's the rollover valve. So I believe it stopped functioning, because right now I have the tank full, and when I tilt it, there's fuel coming out of this nipple, which goes to the vent system, to the charcoal canister. So what happened when I put it in the truck, and only when the tank is full and I hit the brakes, the inertia pushed all the gasoline forward, and it pushed it out of the vent line into the charcoal canister in the vent system, and it flooded it. And then when you want to get going again, the truck opened the purge valve to the intake manifold, and it floods the intake manifold with fluid, with liquid gasoline, and the truck stalls. This is not replaceable. Now that I can find out, this rollover device is not replaceable. A new tank was over $900. I could not find a used one at a junkyard, because I would have done that. It's only $80. What I resorted to doing is I found this aftermarket rollover valve on eBay. It's $15. And I plugged the original vent and I used this one now. And the way I mounted it to the tank, there's two like dimples, one here, in the tank that were there. And I just used a smooth 1/2 inch coupling that I found. I think this is from the electrical department. That's why it's smooth for rigid conduit. Anyhow, it fits in this recess perfect. You know, it's really nice and tight. And I just it's not silicone. I used epoxy, that JB Weld plastic weld all around it. I painted it so it doesn't rust. And it's not leaking anything around it. And when I tilt the tank now, a little bit of spit comes out of fluid and then it shuts it off. The other way to attach it to the tank is with one of those tank connectors, which you can get on eBay too for like $8. But then you need to drill a 1-inch hole. You have to stick it in from inside. So you have to remove the palm, stick your hand in there, push it up. And then you need somehow to hold the bottom inside the tank while you're tightening the nut. It's a pain in the butt, but it's doable. So I think that's it. I'm going to put it back in the truck and test it. If it doesn't work, I will not post this video. So I hope it helps someone. Please, no hate mail. Thank you.